Hello, this is a demo video for the paper prototype for the Live Code Docs project. I'll be displaying two major functions that we have identified as a team, which are a simple interface, simple user interface, and the in-app compile and run feature. These are two core features to our program that we have identified. So I'll be walking through them on this paper prototype. So to keep it extremely simple, I wanted to maximize the text editor space. So almost all the page is text editor. And as you notice, there are three buttons on the side, two at the top, one at the bottom, that that will expand other features of the program to so that you have easy access to a lot of different features, but it doesn't clog the coding interface. So we'll start at the top. If you click on the top button, that will bring up our simple quick tools bar. So when you click it, this bar will appear over the code, and it has the run, stop, debug, advanced options, new file, save, current file, and account options buttons. So I'll be displaying the run function later. So after clicking off of this, it'll return you to the base page. And if we click on this file and this button, it'll open our file structure. So as you can see, we have two folders. We have our first program folder and our NSA data folder right here. So currently we are in our hello world.py. So if we want to switch to another file, we can click on our loop.py and it will bring up the loop.py file. If you want to switch back, we can click that again to bring up our file interface. Click back to hello world.py and it'll bring us back to our main page. For the last one at the bottom, this shows and hides the compiler or the console. So if we click this, it brings up the console interface. And so this shows that it is very similar to any desktop Python console. You can type in 3 plus 2, it'll return 5 because that is a Python function. Print hello world as a Python function, will return hello world. So that is our console. If you click off of it, it will go away. So that is the simple interface functionality. To repeat, I really wanted to try to keep it focused on the code, very simple, not too many buttons to clutter and like scare off new users who might not know what they mean or might not be able to use them. So now I will go into our in-app compile and run. So we are in our hello world.py file, and we click down this to open up our toolbar. And if we click on our run button, it will run this program. The console will appear and it'll have our hello world, this is my first program output, as you can see, has been printed up here. So now, if we click off of this and click on our file structure to open up, click on this one to open up our file structure, switch over to our loop.py, and then open up our hotbar menu. We will click run here, and this code will run. So as you may have noticed, or may not have noticed, there's actually an error in this code where we try to do a equals b times I, but b is never defined. So we get an error. So at the bottom, we get our name, the output shows name error, at line 4, a equals b times I plus 5, and then what the error is, name b is not defined. So not only will we be able to run our code in the web app, we'll also be able to show error output and debug output. In case you didn't notice, we have our little debug toolbar. So that is it for the base functionality. I'll now be showing the alternative design. So after talking with my team a little bit about my current design, we kind of decided that that maybe hiding everything is a little too unintuitive for new users. They might not know how to do stuff. So we wanted to add some permanent features. So I decided I wanted to add a permanent toolbar tabs for the files, and a permanent file interface. So at the top we have our toolbar, we have our play button, stop button, debug, new file, save, new folder, account options, text highlighting options, and console window. So I'll be displaying both the play button plus both the run button and the console window. So as you can see, we are in our hello world.py file. It says here at the top, and also the current tab feeds into the rest of the display. Loop.py is cut off with a line right here, but hello world is not. So you have our hello world file. And so if we want to run it, we can just click play up here. And we get our standard output as shown in the last the last time we ran this in the previous demonstration. Now if we want to switch to loop.py, we can click here. And we'll switch over to loop.py. As you can see, loop.py now feeds into the rest of the text editor. This is now cut off by the line. So if we want to run this, we click our run again, and it will again display our error message. Finally, if we'll switch back to hello world.py. If we want to open up the console, we can press the console window. It'll open up a full screen console that covers our file interface and our coding environment. And so it functions like a standard Python console. As before, we can do 3 + 2 = 5, print hello world, will return hello world. But then also, if we want to run a file out of this, we like a standard Windows console, we can use Python, then our function, and then the file we want to run, and it will output hello world. This is my first program, just like in the file. So a few more things to mention. Python was used for this demo, but currently we are using C# as the language we're supporting, because we only want to support one language so that we can use the in-app compiler. We don't have to force our users to download a whole bunch of different compilers. We don't want to try to support a million different compilers when we first start. So C# will be the single language we will support for now, but hopefully it will be expanded. Additionally, most of these, especially in the base design, these, so you don't have to click down every time. These will all have hotkeys. These buttons will have hotkeys associated with them, as will hotkeys up here. But I think this is a strong alternate user interface, because it does show just enough to the user to not scare them off, but it shows enough. It doesn't show too much to scare them off, but enough to like help them out, make it single click for most things. So these are the two interfaces. These are the two interfaces I've designed. Thank you for your time. Bye.